Starting a little late today because, as we can see in the upper right, I had to charge my Switch because apparently, unlike any other console, when it's plugged in, it still won't just start up. For some reason, it has to reach a certain amount of charge before it can actually be turned on. In this case, I think it had to get to like 5% before I could turn it on. And then I let it get to 10 just to be safe, so I don't want it like dying on me while I'm playing, even though it's plugged in and should continue charging. I just didn't want to risk it. But yeah, I think I had unplugged it like a couple of months ago when we were having power outages. And it just, over the course of that time, just being in sleep mode, since I don't think you can actually turn the system off. I think sleep mode is like, unless I'm missing something. Oh, crap. I did not mean to actually hit that. But yeah, as I was saying, I don't think, at least not in the quick menu. I don't know if like somewhere else in here, if there's a way to actually completely turn it off. It doesn't look like it. But yeah, so the system had completely discharged over that course of time. And then when I got home, I got home basically right before I was about to start stream. So I had to plug it in to charge. And like I said, I think it was about 5% or so that it allowed me to turn it on. And then I decided to go for a little more to be a buffer. But we are going to be starting a new game today, of which this one's actually a collection of 3. So Mercenaries Saga Chronicles. We'll be starting Mercenaries Saga 1. And I believe these first ones were, I think they were mobile games at first. But yeah, there's 3 of them on here. And then there's Wings, and I have Blaze on Steam, and I think Mercenaries Rebirth is the 6th one, which I haven't picked up yet. Since Mercenaries Blaze came out on Steam, I'm waiting to see if Rebirth does as well. But it's essentially a 6-part series as of right now that are all tactical RPGs. So let's get going. We've already kind of started late. Don't recognize any of these companies. Hey, Ragnar, how you doing? Yeah, so these are the first 3 games. Will of the White Lions, Order of the Silver Eagle, and Grey Wolves of War. Nah, I was explaining right now that my, I think I unplugged my Switch to make sure it didn't get damaged a couple of months ago when I was having power outages, and it completely discharged. I got home like about 15 minutes before stream, and it wouldn't let me turn it on. Because unlike a normal console that's plugged into the AC adapter, the Switch apparently still needs to have a certain amount of charge in it to turn on. Which I think I was saying before, I think it waited until it got to 5% charge before I could turn it on. And then I waited for it to get to 10 just in case, because I don't want it like dying on me in the middle of stream. Fornia, the green continent known for its vast expanses and warm climate, the Flare Kingdom stretched from the south to the west. Several smaller countries occupied the southeast and the north. Amongst the smaller countries was the historical Mondoa Kingdom at the southern tip. The current ruler is King Mondoa XII. Snowy white peaks and shining blue seas have protected them from invasions for centuries, but in recent years the Flare Kingdom has become imperialistic, conquering other smaller countries. Fearing their impending doom, Mondoa declared war on the small country of Sekrak to the north in a show of might. Though Mondoa had the upper hand, Sekrak's fierce resistance prolonged the war. The situation brings great joy who those... guessing that's supposed to be joy to those who fight for coin, the Mercenaries. Many bands of mercenaries fight on the numerous frontline conflicts in order to amass a fortune, but that is the story of the big-name, well-established groups. Our story differs in many ways, focusing on the young commander Leon and his troop of but 6 fresh-faced mercenaries, the White Lions. Oh yeah? So, how was it? Like, how would you grade it now that you're done with it? So you can spend tomorrow recovering? Ah, it's you, Leon. How goes it? Not too bad, I guess. More importantly, have any requests come in? Preferably the quick and easy kind? Come on. I would have done them myself if I had. True enough. All we have now is, let's see. What do you say to capturing Xanon Castle? The front lines bring the most cash. So drunk you're seeing double? Give me something a band of our size can accomplish. It was merely in jest. How about some bandits? They're a small group, so it'd be for little coin, but it's an easy enough job. Bit of bandit killing, eh? Easy enough, Commander. Claudia, what do you think? I'll be fine against Rauber without Miria and Ronmel. I believe so, too. There you have it, friend. We'll take the request. Alright, good luck out there. So how did it go technically? Like, how often were the frame drops, and I guess the other thing that I read in the Digital Foundry thing was that the game is basically native 540p, and then it's upscaled to 1080. And they said something about how, like, during fast animations, like, the upscaling didn't work, and you could see the 540p. So, I was wondering how noticeable all that was. Reports say the bandits were spotted around here. Yeah, that's right. Our target's here at the Grundax, a small but rising band group. They line along this here Belko highway to attack travelers and traders. They may be small, but Miri and Ron are gone on a separate request. We'll have less backup than usual, so make sure you don't forget it. Aye, sir. I'll work hard to cover for Miri's absence, but please don't overwork yourselves, everyone. Of course, Julia, we're relying on your support. Commander Leon, the enemies are in sight. Hold it right there. If you value your lives, put your valuables and scram. Are you the Grundax terrorizing this place? You don't look like soldiers to me. What are you? Wouldn't normally dirty our names by telling it to the likes of you. But I'll make an exception. We are the White Lion Mercenaries. Surrender now or die. Surrender to you, you rotten mercenary bastards. Come out and give our guests a warm welcome. Yes, sir. So much for negotiating. Get ready, everyone. Can you really call that negotiating, Commander? So, sword, archer, axe, and spear. Oh, okay. Okay, so you actually build up MP instead of using it up. Okay. Yeah, just imagine what Monolith could do if they weren't working on the Switch, though. That's from 4 away. No, they were, I think the ones that are in this collection, the first 3, I think they were mobile games, though. And then 4, 5, and 6... 4, 5, and 6 is when they started making them specifically for console. But I think even those are still, like, budget. Maybe. What else does it show you a lot? Archers don't seem to have nearly as much range as I would think they should. Yeah. That was kind of also the problem with the Wii. Whole bunch of shovelware. Which is kind of funny when you consider that the whole reason that the original NES was popular was because they rooted out all the shovelware that like the Atari games were full of. And now basically from the Wii generation on, that's exactly kind of what they're doing, is letting all that stuff on their platform. Archers can only attack 3 squares away. Hey, Jigs, how you doing? That's one more request complete. Shh, be quiet. I know you're over there. Come out now. You got me. Lower your weapons. I won't fight. Nor will I run or hide. Pretty sure you were just hiding. Who are you? An ally of the Grundax? Now that's a toughie. I guess it all depends on your point of view. What do you mean? In truth, I was about to ask them to let me join. New bandit groups are short on members, so I figured I'd get in no problem. And that's when you lot came along and started fighting them. Wasn't exactly gonna go help them, since I hadn't joined up, so I just hid and watched from here. Hey Nami, how you doing? The first in a series of 6 games. Although it looks like the first 2 or 3 were mobile. But the first 3 are in a collection on the Switch. It was pretty cheap. And then the 4th, 5th, and 6th are still budget games, but they were actually made for a console. But I figure for Mondays, we might as well see how many of them we can tear through. They're only like 15. I think the original ones were like 14, 15 hours, and then the newer ones are like 20 to 25. No, I mean, it's really budget, but it seems it's just a tactical RPG. Like, it's basic. I have to see how it evolves over the 6 different entries. Although I haven't actually picked up the 6th one yet. I'm waiting to see if it shows up on Steam instead of Switch. I see. You should count your lucky stars. Had you joined any sooner, you'd be in the ground right now, too. You're not wrong, it was a narrow escape. But without the coin to buy food, I've just swapped death by sword to death by starvation. Oh, I've had a great idea. Let me ask you something, boss man. What is it? Why don't you let me join your merc group? From the looks of things, you don't have many members. I'll be of use, I swear. Look at you turning this into a sales pitch. What do we do, Commander Leon? It's true, I was hoping to expand. Thanks to you, my plans have all been ruined. I won't tell you to take responsibility, but how about doing me a favor? Guess I have no reason to say no. It's a done deal, then. My name's Bastion. Thanks for having me, boss man. After each battle, you'll be taken to a screen where you can prepare for the next one. You can change character equipment and spend SP on skills. In addition, you can buy items from the shop and save or load the game. Oh wow, he came in at level 3. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it doesn't necessarily seem bad, nor does it seem good. It just seems like an average tactical game. Although, because it was on mobile, it looks like the battle screens are going to be fairly small. Oh, we have class changes. So level 10, we have our first class change. At level 20, we have 2 more, with some of them requiring a special item. So this guy is a thief. It does look like the SP usage goes up as you level up the attacks. I haven't. I've seen the. Well, I've looked at the trailers, although truthfully, I haven't looked closely at them. And I haven't really looked at any still images either. So I'm not entirely sure. Honestly, yeah, now that I think about it, I've seen the trailers and everything, but I haven't paid close attention to them. Yeah, I'll have to take a closer look at them later. Because I probably will end up picking up that. Because I do have Tactics Ogre. Like, I've never played it. And I do have it on the list for games to play. Which I was just gonna use the PSP version. But I guess I'll take a closer look at it, decide if I want to get the new one or not. Well, from what I understand, Triangle Strategy is more of a watch than a play. Which... I know they're review bombing the hell out of Digimon Survive because it's like more visual novel than actual game, but I've heard the exact same thing said about Triangle Strategy and nobody seemed to have been that mad about it there. I mean, well, if you enjoyed Final Fantasy Tactics, then yeah, definitely look into Tactics Ogre. Basically, a lot of the same mechanics. Hey, Haideru, how you doing? Why did it say he could equip the leather gloves then? Oh, they're a weapon. I think the game is just loud in general. I'll probably have to go to the settings to lower that. I thought that was a piece of armor, but it's actually a weapon. Nope. Can only turn it on or off. Can't actually change the amount of it. Guess I can do it in OBS then. Don't know that we need to do a free battle yet. Oh, Leo. Ah, Miria, Ronmel, you're back. Did you receive the parcel from the Mathbell Adventurers Guild? Of course. Good work. Now you just have to deliver it to the Ite district. Leave it to us. This is no fair, Leo. I just heard from the barkeep that you went out to hunt bandits. Why do I get stuck doing deliveries with a dull old guy? Sorry. We can't part from our duty here, so I need a select few for the delivery. You're the only one I can ask this of. Suppose I have to, then. Yep, I just have to. And it's time to get going. Come along, Miss Miria. Okay. I haven't seen you here before. You a new recruit? Oh yeah, Bastion's the name. Nice to meet you. Well, work hard out there. Come on now, I'm the elder here. Show some respect. You might be older, but I have more experience as a mercenary. Now get out of the way, you're blocking the road. Oh, sorry. What's that? I'm so sorry, my little sister can be so rude. Miria and Julie are twins, but also polar opposites. Julie is gentle and reserved, while Miria is strong-willed and violent. I prefer Julia, to be honest. Honestly, Sir Mueller, don't tease me like that. Miria's not a bad girl, as long as you ignore her mouth. Good work out there. Here's your pay. Anything new come in while we were gone? This came in a moment ago. Some monster extermination. You know the town of Zyphon? It's near Fulsburg. Zyphon, eh? I've been there once before. That speeds things up. Monsters have been causing the villagers trouble lately. What do you think? Gonna take it? Doesn't sound too tough. We'll do it. Great. Good luck out there. Is this all of them? Yeah, it is all of them, right? Less than I thought. This will be over in no time. Got an easy job here, Commander. Let's do this. Yeah, let us do so. But don't drop your guard. There may yet be more in hiding. Don't worry too much, Commander. This will be a piece of cake. Nothing can go wrong. I hope so. Well, everyone sounds like Muller has this one. We can sit back and watch. Go in. Your foe awaits you. Come on, Commander. Don't do this to me.
I'll be rooting for you, Sir Muller.
Not you too, Julia.
Slimes are hard to beat with swords, so take care.
Yeah, not my favorite, guys. They are weak to fire, though.
Indeed. But not to worry, I prepared flaming bullets for just this eventuality. Mercenary must be a master of their tools.
Way to go, Missy. You're a smart one. Time to clean up, everyone. Let's go. Oh, will they not move forward if they're not in range to attack? So you can only jump 2. So whoever's going to get that chest has to come around here. Yeah, I think Throwstone kind of became an iconic ability because of Final Fantasy Tactics. Damn it, I didn't mean to do that. Well, at least they're holding back and waiting their turn. Yeah, it doesn't look like any of them will make the first move. Nah, I haven't really seen much of Dissidia for anything. But considering, I guess, what some of the other characters had, I guess they had to make him flashier and OP to compete. You missed?
Hmm. I mean, that's only a 2. She should be able to jump up there. Unless that's just not an area you can land on. Guess it probably isn't. You probably do have to go the long way around. Can she shoot from here? Can. Keep him alive long enough for us to go get that treasure chest.
And I'll give her the kill shot.
Mission complete. Good work, everyone.
You're a coordinated bunch, you old pals. I was with Claudia, Muller, and Ronmel in the Goldbriar Mercenary group. But when I quit to form the White Lions, they came too. Hey, aren't the Goldbriars one of the biggest groups? I hear they're an organized bunch who pays through the nose. What a waste. Large groups come with their own set of problems. Tripping up allies to better one's position, stealing achievements. I've had enough of fields full of foes. Taking on the easy jobs is a life for me. Not that being a tiny group doesn't have its fair share of issues. See, sounds like quite the pain. So, what about Julia and Miria?
Our parents died when we were young, so we were raised in the village church. But then a swarm of monsters attacked, much like they did here. We hid in the basement, so we were safe, but the other villagers...
And we just happened to pass by and find them. We've looked after them ever since.
Handy to have around, too, both of them being priests.
Must be hard on you girls.
I believe this to be but one of the goddess Ramania's trials. And plus, everyone is so nice to us, it's really not so hard at all.
Okay, so levels are still pretty even. Like everybody's within 1 of 3. Just that the main character is 1 ahead and the archer is 1 behind. And just try to get her more kills in the next fight. A 100 hours in a week? Yeah, I think so. I mean, were you playing it day 1? Because it came out on the 28th. Would have been Thursday. Well, then it's been a week and 4 days. So, 100 hours over 11 days, you were... Does playing 8 to 10 hours a day sound about right? Oh, I'm just saying, like, that's the average. Like, 100 hours in 11 days is about 9 hours a day. Okay, so these things actually hit pretty hard. No, not if you Not if you really devote every waking hour to them. That's actually how I used to get through a lot of games. Is I would sit there and like play them with pretty much every bit of time that I had available. But the problem with that was that I would always get burned out, and then it'd be a while before I even wanted to play anything again. So it just ended up with me, you know, not getting through as many games as I should have because of all the breaks I would take. I think I even mentioned that when I was doing Eternal Poison, because I mean I'm only streaming 4 hours a day, and for a main game it's 5 days a week, so it's about basically 20 hours a week, and I got through Eternal Poison, which was a 100-hour game, in about a month. Yeah, I mean, I know games that have that much to them. They are usually seen as, you know, these big obstacles to get over, but even if you just slowly chip away at them, they don't really last that long. I guess it depends on the person. Honestly, it probably has more to do with how many obligations you have outside of work than it does work itself. Damn, this one dog is beating the crap out of everybody. Mm. Like I said before, that is one of the big turning points in when I started getting more games done. Was number one, stop playing games that just eat up all your time, which is, MMOs, MOBAs, fighting games, all that stuff, all the stuff that you can just sit there playing, endlessly. Like I had to basically bring it down to, like, I'm only going to play games that have a beginning, middle, and end, so that when I'm done with them, I can put them down. Well, as for streaming, in my case, like I said, I think it's actually helped me get through more games, since it's a steady pace that I'm playing everything, rather than binge and burn out. You would have to miss. I mean, whenever anybody says, this is a great or a horrible stream game, I really feel that only matters if you're trying to, like, if you're trying to grow or make money off it or something. Like, I usually don't... Like, the only thing I don't really like doing on stream is grinding, but that's not because I think it's bad for stream. I don't like to grind on stream because when I grind, I like to make sure that I'm watching a movie or a TV show or something so that I don't have to pay full attention to grinding, because it's you know, I don't want to say it's boring, but it's more something that you have to kind of be in a... It's more of like a Zen state type thing. So I don't want it to be the thing holding all of my attention. So it has nothing to do with whether or not I think it'll be good on stream. I play whatever the hell I want, regardless of if it's going to be good on stream or not. And like I said, whether something's good on stream or not, that really just depends on if you're trying to grow your stream or not. Which I am not really, so it becomes an afterthought after that. Now that's not gonna kill it. It means I'm gonna get hit back, and there's already low. Guess I should just heal instead. Damn. I really wish I had like some kind of nuts or something to shake as a response to that, but I don't. I usually do. I like to have like mixed nuts or something to snack on, but I'm out right now. But just pretend I do have some, and I'm shaking them in the camera for you. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, whenever someone says this is a good or a bad game for stream, like, the only time that should apply is if you're trying to grow your stream or if you're trying to make money off it. I mean, if that's not your goal, if that's not why you're doing it, then that's kind of irrelevant. And honestly, trying to grow a stream, especially if you're trying to grow it to the point that you're making, you know, any kind of noticeable money off of it, that's just stressful. Yeah. I mean, that's what I thought, too. I mean, it was almost an entire year of me streaming before I had any people that would come around regularly. Like, I started streaming regularly at the end of May 2019. And then it was February 2020 that I finally hit affiliate, which means it was February 2020. So 8 months later, 8 months of streaming before I finally had a regular 3 people watching. That's what I'm saying. Like, I had almost an entire year of like no viewers or less than 3 average viewers. A lot of that was 0. It's how I contextualize it. Like, the way I see this is, I see this as the way I would game. I mean, obviously it's different because you know, this is online. I can't actually see you guys. But contextually in my head, the way I see this is like when I was back in high school, and after we got out of school, we would go over to somebody's house and play games. And even if we were playing a 2-player game, like, there would only be 2 of us playing, and the rest of us would just kind of be sitting on the couch watching and shooting the shit, or just hanging out. In my mind, that's the way I contextualize this. Except that it's just always me playing the game and everybody else is just watching and hanging out. But yeah. Like, that first year, it was a whole lot of, like, I'd be playing for 3 or 4 hours, and maybe 1 or 2 hours of that I'd have 1 or 2 people in here, and the rest of the time I'd just be playing, and I'd basically just, at that point, when I had no one watching, I was basically just pretending like I wasn't even streaming. I was just pretending like I'm just playing the game, and it wasn't until I saw, you know, something come up out of the corner of my eye on OBS that someone said something that I'd be like, oh shit, I'm streaming, and I'd like say hi and talk back to them. Like, I don't know. I guess it's just all on how you think about it. And these things hit hard. Okay, you need to back up, because the aggro is all on you. Yeah. Holy crap, it one-shot him. And, you know, that being said, I mean, if that's the way you feel about streaming, I mean, if that's the way you feel about it, can't really change anything, but I'm basically just saying that that's mentally how I got through a lot of that. Because honestly, I did attempt streaming one time before. The first time I tried to stream was in 2015, and I went about it all wrong. In 2015, when I tried to stream, I went into it thinking like, okay, I'm going to try to build a stream, I'm going to try to make it to the point that I'm making a job out of this. Like, I was looking to, you know, the dream that most people have. Went about it completely wrong. And I was playing MOBAs, and I was playing other stuff. Like, I was trying to play the stuff that I thought would get me viewers. And this also ties into why I kind of hate on the Trails community a bit, because that was actually what got me to stop streaming. Was I had a viewer that came in regularly that got me to play Trails in the Sky 1 and 2 and annoyed the crap out of me the entire time I was playing it. Like, literally, I'm sitting there playing the game, and the entire time that I'm playing it, because, like, we had gotten into this discussion about how I like JRPGs and everything, and how he was like, well, you gotta play this one. This is, like, the greatest JRPG series ever, blah, blah, blah. So he got me to play it. I started playing it, and the entire time I was playing, it was just like this little yippy dog in chat sitting there like, isn't this great? Isn't this the greatest game ever? Don't you love this part? Isn't this the greatest thing ever? Oh my god, the story is so good. Oh, just wait until this happens. I was like, that's what got me to stop streaming. Like, I cut it off. That was in 2015. It was like, I want to say maybe 4 months total that I streamed. And after that, I cut it off because it was like, I wasn't getting anywhere. I had like 20 followers, same thing, almost like nobody watching, you know. And I'm playing Destiny, I'm playing MOBAs, I'm playing all these things that are like, oh, these are the popular things, these is what get you the people to watch you, and nobody was coming in. So, and that's why that one guy came in and we got into talking about JRPGs, and he was like the one person that kept coming back to stream for me to talk to, and that's how he talked me into playing it and annoyed the crap out of me and got me to stop streaming. So then 4 years later is when I come back, like, okay, I'm gonna stream. I'm going to stream at night when I'm usually playing games anyway, between 2 to 4 a.m. in the morning. Those were my start times. They shifted here and there a lot. I think when I first came back in 2019, I think it was like I started at 4 a.m. I was doing like 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. or 4 a.m. to 8 a.m., something like that. Yeah. Trust me, it's 1,000 times worse when you have someone that's watching you play it and literally, like, they won't accept any reaction to the game except, oh my god, this is mind-blowing, thank you so much for making me play this. Like, that was the reaction that this person was fishing for. And I mean, if you've played the first Trails in the Sky game, you know it is a slow fucking burn. Like, nothing happens in that fucking game till, I want to say, like, the last 10 hours. Like, until around the last 10 hours of that game, it might as well just be a slice of life. Like, nothing happens. But I have this person in chat that's constantly, trying to get me to admit that this is the greatest thing that I've ever experienced. And not happening. But yeah, so I want to say I got to like chapter 3 of the second chapter Trails, because it got interesting at the end of the first game, and then you start the second game and it's back to nothing. It's right back to slow burn, and that killed it for me. And that's when I stopped. I didn't go back to finish the second game until like 2 years later. And like 4 years after I quit was when I decided to come back. And like I said, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stream at the time that I'm normally streaming and have nothing else to do. Like, it's 4 a.m. my time. There was no streamers I could really find that I liked to watch and hang out in their chat while I'm playing stuff. So I was like, okay, I'll just stream, and if anybody comes by that wants to hang out, they can. I'm not trying to grow the stream. I'm not trying to make money. I'm going in with like the lowest expectations, since I already got shit on the first time I tried. So it was basically just, I'm just gonna do this just to have people to talk to while I'm playing, since I'm gonna be playing anyway, and otherwise I would just be playing alone. Also because for the years, I mentioned this before, but like I built up the backlog that I have because in the years before I had been playing, you know, a lot of MMOs and multiplayer games with my flaky friends that would never stick to a game long enough for us to ever actually get to the point we could do anything in them. Yeah, but that's the thing though, like, I honestly think that one of the reasons why I dislike Estelle and Sky in general is because of that guy. Like, you know how they always say how not to overhype something because, you know, you get people's expectations up so high that they can't possibly meet them when they actually play it? Now, imagine if there's just, like, a non-stop 24/7, like, the entire time that you're playing the game, there's just a hype machine in your ear. Like, I honestly think that that one viewer, like, killed any chance of me ever liking the game. But anyway, like what was I? Oh yeah, because like I said, like I had basically stopped because my backlog was getting so big. That was when I made the decision that I was gonna stop playing all those games and focus more on my backlog and start playing all the games that I had been accumulating. And you know, I've been doing it since 2019 and sticking with it. I've knocked quite a few of them off the list. And basically, streaming was just a chance to... Because the only reason I played a lot of those games, like, I don't like first-person shooters, I don't like MMOs, I don't like the gameplay of those type of games. The only reason I was playing them was to have people to hang out with and chat while I was playing. So this is basically just a way to get that while playing stuff that I actually want to play. This bring him up? No. So yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. Is the only reason I've been able to consistently stream since 2019 when I started again is just I didn't have any expectations of you know, this becoming anything other than just having some people to hang out with while I play the games that I'm gonna be playing anyway. And it does definitely help a lot that I have you guys pick every other game I play through the redeems, because choice paralysis is definitely a thing, and if I had to pick every single game that I played, you know, back to back to back to back, it would definitely get harder and harder to try to narrow everything down. Is there any way to bring him up? Or... Yeah, that was kind of why I started doing it. Just, you know, because I think when I first started it, I only had maybe 2 or 3 people that were regular in the chat. So it was basically to let them, like, every once in a while give them a chance to decide what they wanted to see me play. And then, like I said, that takes some of the burden off of me, because I can make myself a short list of games that I want to get to and, go through those, but still knowing that every other game is going to be a choice from reviewer off of the list that I have. And sometimes it gets me to games that I wouldn't have normally played, way earlier than I would have gotten to them. Like, if it wasn't for you guys picking the games, I probably would not have played Golden Sun 1 or 2 or Radiant Historia yet. And I ended up really liking all of those. Oh, and that's exactly why I don't give chat free reign. Like, I don't give chat, pick any game you want me to play. That's why I made a list. And every once in a while I'll go through that list and be like, do I really want to play that now? And sometimes I might take something off or add some more stuff into it, depending on if I actually feel like playing that at any point in the near future. Yeah, it is. Which is, like I said, that's why sometimes I have a hard time choosing between it. But it's definitely there to give everybody that looks through it, a wide list of choices. Because I've got some newer games on there. I've got some, classic games on there that I never got around to. I've got some old fan translations and some indie games, so whether you want me to play something that you've already played that I haven't got to, or you just see a name that looks interesting that you want to get me to play, or in some cases, a game that you couldn't make it through but you want me to play for you. Although I think more times I've done that to myself than anybody's done that to me, because I know there's several times where I started a game and Ragnar has said that he dropped it. So it's just see how it went watching me play it. But I think that's happened more times of me picking the game than it has to anybody else picking it. Okay. So the guy who came in at the highest level is now the lowest, because he has not gained a level since I got him. Well, it's bookended by the game that I have played, because I've played Project Cross Zone, and I really liked Project Cross Zone. Like, I like the whole fact that when you actually attack, you have that little mini game of, like, basically creating your combo with all the different directional inputs and everything. It's a really dumbed down version of that feeling you get when you pull off a really long combo in a fighting game. Except, it's very simple inputs. And I really liked that about Project Cross Zone, despite the fact that some of those battles could last, like, almost 2 hours each once you start getting towards the end of the game. But I have Namco X Capcom and Project Cross Zone 2 on that list, which is, the one before and the one after. So I played the one in the middle. So it's basically, do I play the one that, you know, is a little more clunky and not as refined, or the one that is, well, supposedly, you know, refined more? Yeah. I just think it's usually a good idea to try to make some kind of player involvement in the turn-based process, like, you know, whether it's timed hits, like, you know, rhythm game stuff for like Legend of Dragoon or Shadow Hearts, where you have the timed hits whenever you do an attack, or some kind of other input. It's just nice to have some kind of more player involvement in your turns. But I guess when I come back, I'll up their skills, and I doubt there's anything new in the shop, but it's time for me to take my break. Wondering if maybe I should give Bastion a different weapon besides the knife, because he does not do shit for damage. That's why he's still stuck at level 3. He was level 3 when everybody else was like level 1 or 2. Now they're 4 and 5, and he hasn't gained anything. I might give him a short sword. Or a club. Wait, didn't you refund Persona because your potato computer couldn't run it? Alright. Well, you two continue to fight. I'm gonna go on my break. I'll catch up on everything when I get back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I'll give that to him. He needs the extra 5 attack because he doesn't have skills that do damage. Yeah, you actually, I don't know if you have yet, but you need to... It's on one of the settings on Twitch, but you actually need to go turn on, like there's a checkbox or something. You actually have to tell it to start saving your VODs. Like, it won't just do it normally. Yeah, like, basically what I do to keep them, and I haven't run into any kind of, like, storage capacity. I don't think there is one, but basically after every stream, I just turn the whole VOD into a highlight. Yeah. And then once it's a highlight, it stays. But VODs normally get deleted after a while. So yeah, just set it to save your VODs, and then if you want to keep them, just turn them into a highlight. So I don't have 6 characters yet, so I don't think I'm set to do that one yet, so let's go to the next story. Back in one piece, eh? Here's your pay. I've been wondering, why did that request come all the way from to the royal capital? Why not ask one of the other cities like Fulsburg? Plus, against monsters that weak, the town guard should have been able to manage. It's all because of the war. They say Fulsburg garrison is mostly empty, everyone's been called to the front. And most of the Xiphon men have been rounded up for the rear guard. Has the war gotten that bad? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be going too well. Minister Kelnar took the country of Sekrak too lightly. We've returned, Lord Commander. That was slow. You only went to the Ite district. What took you? We ran into a bit of trouble en route. What do you mean? We were held up by a unit for the Mondoa army on patrol. What on earth happened? Well, Miss Miria...
I'm sorry. But they were acting all self-righteous, and the words kind of slipped out of my mouth.
Her usual insults, huh? Yes. We only managed to get away by using up our entire payment from the delivery. My deepest apologies for failing to keep her in line, Lord Commander. So you ended up working for free. Well, I'm just glad you got away with a bribe. Could have gotten much worse. There are silver linings to every dark cloud. Miria, stop picking fights with the army, would you? We won't be able to work in Mondoa if this keeps up. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, Leo. I'll reflect on what I did.
How about you getting their good books then? Got a request from them, have you? Just came in. They need some goods transported to Stein Fortress in the northern mountains. Pretty tough though, lots of bandits and monsters around. Still, they want their stuff quickly. What'll you do? I take it the pay is worth the effort. But of course. Great, we'll take it then. Very well. Good luck out there. Alright, let's be off. Oops, sorry. Oh, if it isn't Mokran. Welcome, do come in. Hey there. Leon, don't just stand there blocking the way. Do excuse me. Cheers for that. So, what brings you here today? I was wondering if there'd been any progress with my request. So, have you found it yet? Alas, it's rather difficult to obtain. Now, why don't we ask Leon and company to get it for you? They're all capable mercenaries. Oh. Let me introduce you, Leon. This is Mokrant. Nice to meet you. I'm Leon of the White Lions. Mokrant of the Mokrant Trading Company. That one massively wealthy company. Aye, they do trade with the southern continent. We're more modestly wealthy than massively, really. Come now, don't be modest. Leon, all the weapon and armor stores you frequent are stocked and run by Mokrant too. Oh really? I had no idea. So then, what's this request? Mokrant is a famous collector. I'm currently looking for puzzle pieces. Puzzle pieces, you say? If you find any, please do hand them to me. Not for free, of course. What do you say, Leon, my boy? No reason to refuse, surely. Yeah, we'll take it. Wonderful. I'll be counting on you. Puzzle pieces can be found as hidden treasure within maps, or obtained from treasure chests, or dropped from defeated enemies. If you gather up puzzle pieces, something good might happen. What a strangely forceful fellow. Lord Commander, we must hurry with the army's goods. Oh yes, the request. I'd almost forgotten about it. Alright, you lot, it's work time. Get ready. Things have been going well so far, hey, Commander. Yeah, they have. Almost too well, I'd say. I wish something would happen. This is so boring. Hey, don't jinx us, Miria. I'm itching for a fight. Work's been so dull lately. Are these footsteps? I'm only about, I want to say 3 or 4, no, I think this is the 3rd story chapter, the story battle in. So far, I mean, it's pretty basic. But this is also the very first in a series of 6 games. So I don't know how much they've evolved as they've been going on. This is the very first one. But not really anything terrible about it, not really anything great about it. It's just kind of a basic tactical strategy game. The only thing non-standard I can tell about it is that your MP grows over time. So instead of starting off with your MP bar, you basically get, like, depending on how much they have, they get a certain chunk of it every turn until it's full. Which, I mean, considering the way most tactical games work, doesn't really make too much of a difference, because as with most games, your first couple of turns are usually just getting into position to attack the enemy, so it's not like it's holding you back from using your abilities. I don't know if that'll change later. But, you know, other than that, your usual, you do more damage from side or behind, you do more damage from higher height, you do more damage if you have more allies surrounding the enemy. Not anything special, like they attack with you, just damage goes up. So, yeah, just pretty standard tactical game stuff. But you can on Switch, which is where I have it. I don't think they have the collection anywhere else. But yeah, I remember it being pretty cheap when I picked it up, and it's the first 3 games all bundled together. And then like 4, 5, and 6 are all, I think, about $20 each. But you can find them on sales for less. I'm waiting to see if the 5th one came out on Steam, so I'm waiting to see if the 6th one will also come out on Steam before I pick that one up. So I haven't picked that one up yet. Oh, an army transport, eh? But you lot ain't soldiers. Mercenaries, are you? Brigands, huh? We don't have time to deal with you now. We're in a hurry. What's the rush? We'll show you a good time. Truly think you could win with such small numbers? Turn around, matey. This is bad, Commander. They're behind us, too. How careless. They've trapped us in. Deal with these guys and Lord Gunther will give us the biggest reward yet. Charge! Pincher attack. Split into 2 groups and fight. So, 8 of them total. I can only use 6 characters, even though I have 7. So I think I have 7. These guys are... they're kind of over-leveled compared to everyone else. I guess I'll use the over-leveled ones just in case I need them. Put them in the same group as him. Hopefully they can help him level up. Oh, that's right, he's also an archer, he can counterattack. What do you have? Yeah, Banner of the Maid, that one... I've seen that one on Steam. I think I have it wishlisted, but I haven't ever really looked into it too much. Okay, so this reaches one range farther. So does poison. Kind of. This particular song actually feels a little more energetic than they do. Which makes me think that this is supposed to be a boss fight. And I maybe should have made sure everybody was up to level 5 before I do this. Holy crap. That's definitely the boss. I don't know of any way to bring someone up. So I think it just comes down to killing everybody before the timer runs out, which I don't think I'll be able to do. Yeah, that happens every once in a while. Like, when I was playing The Cruel King and The Great Hero, I didn't realize it while I was playing the game, but when I went to go listen to some of the tracks from the soundtrack afterwards, I swear just from the style, it sounds like it's the same composer as the person who did the music for The Longest 5 Minutes, which is like they're both Nippon Ichi games, and they're both in that like because Nippon Ichi kind of has this thing where every once in a while they'll ask their like non-game developer employees if they have any ideas, and they'll take the best one and make a game like a lower budget game out of it. And that's what like Liar Princess and Blind Prince and Cruel King and the Great Hero came from. And I'm guessing, I think Longest 5 Minutes also came from there, because that one was mostly a visual novel. And the whole premise was like, basically the characters are at the final boss, and the main character gets amnesia as they're about to fight the final boss. And the whole game is him like having flashbacks, trying to remember everything before they fight him. I actually really liked it, but one of the reasons why I liked it so much is that the OST in that game like hard carried every scene. Like every scene that was supposed to be emotional or hype or anything was like hard carried by the OST. And as I was listening to some of the tracks from Cruel King and the Great Hero, I got a lot of the same like style and feeling from it. So I tried to look up the composers for both, but neither one of them are credited. Like both of those games are done by Nippon Ichi, and neither one has the composer listed. So it's very likely that they are the same composer, but I don't have any evidence to back that up other than just a gut feeling that it's the same style. Oh, okay, here we go. I've got two of them. Well, that's good that when he gets up, he at least can take a turn. Are you sure she composed everything? Because I tried looking up the composer, and the only thing I could find was the thing that kept coming up. The name that kept coming up was the name of the singer on like that that one song in the game that has vocals on it. I don't remember the name, so I don't know if that's the one you just listed. But every time I tried to look up composer, that was the only name that came up, and she was literally only the singer and wrote the vocals for that one song. Like, she wasn't the actual composer. And then for longest 5 minutes, I couldn't find any info at all. How am I going to get out of this? Yeah, that's so. Yeah, that's the name that I kept coming up with. But it's the actual. It's like the composer of all the rest of the music that I was looking for. Because it's all the rest of the music that reminded me of Longest 5 Minutes. I've only got one more. So hopefully I can take out that last guy before any of their timers are up. Because I don't know if this game has permadeath or not. Okay. Now the overlap that I need is I need to know if there was any of the same composer on The Longest 5 Minutes and The Cruel King and The Great Hero, and also like how much they do the same ones. And yeah, I Con Man, I haven't really spent much time on Twitter in a long time. It's pretty much just a cesspool. The only time I ever go to Twitter is if I'm on somewhere else and they have a link to Twitter for like an announcement or something. Because I don't know if this will go to 0 or if it just ends at 1, so I'll make a save in case that happens. Okay, so it just said retreating, so I'm guessing there's no permadeath. I don't know if there's any downside. Yeah, and that's the thing. I have an account, but the only reason I use it is if I find a link somewhere where, like, for something that I'm interested in, if there's some kind of announcement that something I'm interested in puts on Twitter, I'll use it just so I can go see that. But I don't actually ever use it for anything other than that. I only do 29. That was a quick clear. Shit, they got us good. Lord Gunther needs to know this.
Hold it, you!
Don't chase him alone, Myria. It's too dangerous.
But
My job here is to deliver the goods, nothing more.
I know that.
I lost him. If he's reported to Lord Gunther, then he's a member of the Rothfuchs. You know of them? Well, we're in the same line of work. The Rothfuchs are one of the biggest bandit gangs around. They're not just your average thugs. They've got corrupt soldiers and former mercenaries as well. If our escapee makes it back to them, we'll have an ambush waiting.
You should have let me at him.
Sorry, that was a lapse in judgment.
What's done is done. What matters is what we do now.
Ooh, choices. With opponents that strong, we do to avoid needless fighting. It'll be a detour, but we can head to Fort Stein through the forest. There'll be monsters within, but we needn't worry. Indeed, much preferable to an ambush, I say. But we must hurry. It'll take some time to pull this cart through the forest. Oh well.
We're going to the forest? Do we have to?
What have you got against forests? She might seem fearless, but she's a big fraidy cat when it comes to spiders. Forests happen to have the biggest ones. Spiders, huh?
Shut it. Just look at how creepy they are. Julia, save me! I don't want to go into the forest. I'm sorry, Mia. There are no other options. Why did this have to happen?
Okay, so doesn't look like there's any permadeath, which is good. Alright, he wasn't in that fight. He was the one that had to sit on the sidelines. Is this a non-safe for work Twitter feed? Yep. Those are probably the two things that you can find most on Twitter is toxic opinions and porn. Oh, she can shoot from 4 now. Oh, yeah. I don't think that... I think that's not... I think a relatively new thing. Like, not super new, but it's definitely, like... It definitely wasn't like that in the beginning. At least I don't think it was like that earlier in Twitter, where it would show you things that other people like, just things that they retweeted. And then at some point, it just started showing you stuff that they like. Yes, your friends have some explaining to do. Yeah, that's why I stopped myself from saying it's a recent thing. Like, it's not a recent thing, but it's definitely something that wasn't there from the beginning. Like, I don't remember how long ago the change happened. Man, these archers are murdering us. Yeah, I actually kind of, since I don't play fighting games anymore, but I still kind of like to keep up with them, I actually I watch his stuff on YouTube just to kind of see, you know, what's going on in the fighting game community. Probably should have done that a long time ago. That's ridiculous. Like, if it's an official picture, not to mention that it's from a game series that he's been trying to get revived. Like, that's just people looking for a reason to get you canceled. Which, unfortunately, once you hit a certain amount of popularity, there's always people that are just, like, combing through everything you've ever done looking for something. Yeah, he is married, and I'm sure his wife is perfectly okay with him liking the picture. And that's actually, like, this is actually something that gets more into, like, it's something that happens more often in stand-up comedy, but it's one of those things that bugs me is people that get offended on behalf of someone else. Like, like, the person that you're getting offended for did not ask you to speak for them. It's like, I'm sure if he's married and his wife doesn't like him liking that picture, I'm sure she'll tell him. Like, they don't need you to defend her on that front. Like, everybody wants to defend people that never asked them to defend them. What? That's within 4. She should be able to attack him. I guess the height difference is too much. Oh, you're gonna get yourself killed! Damn it. I wanted my archer to kill you. I would prefer if all of them were at least 6, but guess we can continue forward anyway. Are we there yet? Just a little further, I think. Let us make haste, the sun will soon set. I'd like to be out of the forest by then. Same here.
Don't tell me. Spiders! All units to arms. Do I have to fight? Yes. Give it up, Miria. These aren't normal spiders.
You're fine with them, Julia?
Yes, they're not particularly scary.
So the one who looks like they'd be afraid of spiders isn't, but the one who doesn't is. Talk about breaking cliches.
What was that? Want me to throw you in first?
Now that's scary. Cut the chatter. The sun will set at this rate.
All units to arms. We need to finish this quickly.
Damn, everything's 7 or 8. Yeah, everything in this map is level 7 or 8. And maybe should have done one more free battle to get the other ones up. I still got 3 people that are level 5. Even 6 might be pushing it a bit. Since she's so afraid of spiders, I'll leave her out of the fight. Not that I think that will actually make a difference mechanically. Okay, so for future, I need to have my mage attack first, and then let someone else finish it off. Okay, so she's still at 5, he's still at 5. Can I attack through an ally? I haven't tried that yet. Okay, I can. Yeah, everybody can get to that one easier. Okay, so everybody's at least level 6 now. Okay. If that spider had gone to go attack him, he would probably be dead. Now we need to start collecting the treasure chests. Not quite. And I've been muted this whole time. How long have I been muted? I'm guessing the last time I coughed and muted it, I forgot to turn it back on.
Are you sure, mister? Can I believe you? Because if I find out you're lying, I'll send you flying. And Bastion too while I'm at it. Wait, why are you including me?
Better start praying no monsters show up. Oh, that certainly would be more interesting.
Don't think I'll leave you out of this, Muller.
Perhaps she's getting too far into this.
Now, everyone, let's get ready to camp. Muller, Bastion, go gather firewood. Commander, Ronmill, prepare our beds. Miria, Julie, and I will make dinner. First, we'll get some water. Get to work.
Body is scarier than a monster, I reckon. Yeah, just, I don't know, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed on the audio mixer that, like, when I was talking, I didn't see anything moving under the mic section while I was voice acting those lines. How long have I been muted? She shouldn't have anything. Yeah, since I didn't use her in the last one. Well, granted, I've only got 8 minutes left, so I'm probably gonna have to call it here, but it looks like within another map or two, I'll be able to give everybody their first class change. Like, I still got that one to do. So I guess next week when I do this, I'll do the highway defense, and then I'll do the next story, and hopefully that's enough to get at least a few people up to 10, so I can start giving out class changes. Unfortunately, though, I have no idea what any of them are. Because I have 2 choices at 10, and then depending on which one I decide looks better, I probably won't even get to see what the other 2 that I could possibly get at 20 are going to be. And that's also assuming that I can find whatever the class change item for them is. That's basically the same boat for everybody. yeah, that's our first dive into Mercenaries Saga. Which they shouldn't be too long. Pretty sure. Let's check them. Yeah, granted, they don't have the first one listed separately, but I mean, just edition. It's like 16, 16 and a half, and then all three of them is 47. I'm not sure what the main plus extra is that somehow jumps this up to 86 over the three games, because it's like 17 and a half, 17 and a half, and then suddenly this one has 85 and a half. I'm guessing that may have to do with like multiple playthroughs, getting like all the different class upgrades and everything. And like that one's 22. That one's also 22, like with all the extras. Main story is only 12. And then the new one, which I haven't gotten yet, because like I said, I'm waiting to see if it comes out on Steam. They don't even have info yet. Yeah, well, we'll at least be playing a couple of these games. Maybe just until I finish the Chronicles, like the first three games on Sunday nights. Maybe less. Guess it depends if I get sick of them or not. But, I mean, I have 5 out of the 6, and I'm probably going to end up buying the 6th at some point. So, we'll get to see how they progress as we go through them. But yeah, they should all be finished within 3 or 4 weeks each, since we're doing them once a week. And then tomorrow we are back to Alliance Alive, which probably is not going to be lasting too many more streams. Because like I said, we're about to finish up the last area, and then we just have the end game section. And then once I'm done with that, the game that was redeemed by Ragna is going to be Octopath Traveler. That one will probably take a little bit longer. And then depending on when we're done with that, I may be playing Soul Hackers 2. Assuming Octopath goes, a little past when Soul Hackers 2 is released. I don't want to play it too close to release. Make sure everybody that really wants to has enough chance to play it on their own. They don't feel like they need to stay away for spoilers. And, yeah, so if enough time has passed since Soul Hackers 2 has come out, by the time I'm done with Octopath, that'll probably be next. If not, I'll slot something in there and just delay it a little longer. But, yeah. So, these games will be what we do on Monday mornings for a while. Bare minimum, I'm going to play 2 of them. If by the time I'm done with the second one, I'm not really feeling it anymore, I'll play something else and then come back to them later. But I will eventually play through all of them, probably on the Monday mornings stream, since they're all pretty short little budget titles. But, yeah. So I guess, as I said, same time tomorrow, 2 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be continuing with Alliance Alive. So I guess let me go ahead and see if I can find someone to raid.
just because I haven't seen him on in a while, guess let's go ahead and raid Swishface. He's playing the Alive Alive remake. So, as per usual, let's go ahead and jump in, say hi. Hope to see you all next time, and until then.
Bye-bye, everybody!